Hey guys, it is me, Yosef Ozia, now here for OZ Media. And I want to have the story today that the two co-founders of Britain First, Paul and Jada, have been arrested today for hate speech, for breaking hate speech. Now, first and foremost, what is British First? It is a pro-Britain, anti-immigration group, which and also they run a page called Britain First. And there's over 2 million likes on Facebook. Sell products, to do videos. They expose Muslim rape gangs and pedophile rings, which is a big problem right now in Britain. This is right after the huge migrant crisis that was open borders for a couple of years now. It's been going on for a while, where they brought in much immigrants from the Middle East for some reason and Africa, and thought that the more they have the open borders, the better that their country will be, which is not true, because only thing you're doing is bringing the worst of the worst and bringing it to your country. It's not going to get better because, these group of people are not assimilating. They don't assimilate. Then what you going to do? And they're actually causing trouble. And when I mean causing trouble, rape have doubled in the past 4 years. This is in Britain. The UK has some of the highest accident attacks rates in the world, which is also crazy. Since the Great Migrant Explosion, homicide and knife crimes sharply rose. This all happened after the Great Migrant Crisis, which people will call the Migrant Crisis. And this is what Britain First, they tried to do their best to go out there and explain this information, trying to expose this stuff. And yeah, they can get in trouble, and they have a bias, but I think they have a good reason to have the bias of, hey, they're tearing our country apart, which they are. They really are. Now, Paul, the guy, has been sentenced to 18 weeks to jail. Jada have been sentenced to 36 weeks because the female is so much more dangerous than the guy. And of course, these people have multiple fines on a book for breaking hate speech law. Now, what is hate speech law? Because as an American, or if you're watching this from America, you know that in America we have free speech. We have the First Amendment, and we also have the Second Amendment. They don't have that really anywhere else, where it's a God-given right that I can say whatever I want to say, and I can protect myself from the government if they get too tyrannical, which is happening in Britain right now. It's a tyrannical government, and the laws in the book is used to silence the people, and they don't have guns to protect themselves. So, back with hate speech laws, what they have in Britain, which we don't have, I actually looked it up. What is hate speech law? Because it is exactly what you think it is. Quote, what is hate speech law? Quote, expressions of hatred towards someone or accounts of that person's color, race, disability, nationality, including citizenship, ethnicity, or national origin. Religion or sexual orientation is forbidden. Any communication which is threatening or abusive, which this is an important part, and is intended to harass, alarm, or distress someone is forbidden. The penalties for hate speech include fines, imprisonments, or both. So if a person feels alarm or distress, meaning that I just get stressed out for you saying something, if it literally means the word triggered. If somebody's triggered, you can go to jail for that in Britain. You go to either go to jail or you get fined. And this stuff happens all the time to the right. They get fined out of their asshole. They refuse to pay for it. They go to jail, or they just send them to jail. Now this is absolutely crazy, because essentially, if you the color they deem acceptable, they won't really mess with you. But according to the law, if I was a straight white male, Christian male, I can use this law to say I'm being discriminated with. But as we all know, being racist and being sexist and being a heterophobe means absolute crap to the left. It doesn't exist. and you can attack straight white Christian males all day long, and nothing will happen to your reputations. These laws won't apply to you. Essentially, you can break them all day as long as it's the right group. But if you're Muslim, trans, black, Jewish, well, even with Jews, a lot of the left don't care about Jews anymore. You can go to jail for this kind of stuff. Now, these laws made it impossible for anybody to really be honest about the problems right now in Britain. And it makes it impossible for the right to really get a foothold. This is why people kind of fought back against Brexit. They was fighting, not fought back against Brexit, but was fighting for Brexit. They want to break it apart from the EU, from Merkel, Germany, the German High Council, or New Hitler, for sending more migrants to their country. Which right now politicians are trying to X out or cancel Brexit. So, with this, is a sad story, and it's sad to report, but it just shows that right now in America we should be thankful that we have the First and Second Amendment, because to say that this won't happen to America if we got rid of our guns, and also this First Amendment, which is the left have been trying to do for a really long time, is absolutely crazy, because they will do this. They will have these laws. They're looking at hate speech laws across the sea. We can't pretend like the left does not do this. Like, look in Britain, they don't have the gun violence, but they have accident attacks. Some of the highest accident attacks, and they have a rape problem. They have knife problems. They have homicide problems. And they got grenade, which is kind of silly, grenade problems. They have all these issues. To say that this is what happening in America, as long as we look out for the government to look out for us, is absolutely crazy. Because what the government tend to look out is for one specific group. So the best thing you can do, and if you're in Britain, and if you're in America, is just trying to shrink the government as small as possible, where you can fight back against it, and make sure you're as free as possible. What I do hope for Britain is they get the country back. I really do. And all these immigrants, they have to go. If they're bad, if they're illiterate, and they're not helping out the country, they have to go. I have no problem just getting a giant ship or a giant plane and just shipping back wherever the hell they come from. I'm all for that, because this is crazy that these two, Paul and Jada, are both arrested and being sentenced to go to jail for 18 weeks. Paul in 36 weeks, because, as quote, alarm or distress is forbidden. I mean, if I distress illegal immigrants, or I distress, which there are some are illegal immigrants, the migrants, I can either go to jail, or I can have some form of penalty or fines. So this is Yosef signing out. Make sure you share this video around. If people say, oh, a tyrannical government would never happen, and come back to this video and say, yes, this can happen. And these so-called hate speech laws that the left keep pushing, this what it looks like. This will silence pretty much anybody on the right off the bat. So this is Yosef signing out. I'll talk to you guys next time. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Gab, and mine, and I'll see you next time.